Hello, greetings. This is Gilles Mansillon. I wanted to come and do a little reading, a card reading, to see what the angel may reflect us for this month of May, to see what can be we can expect. For we can only expect beautiful things. We have to choose to choose happiness as the central core of our existence, regardless of the situation, which is sometimes challenging, but. And we will be liberated very soon, and so that's what I feel. Well, that's good. We get some of the same card that we had in the French reading. For in a sense, the situation is creation. It is the globe of creation. The globe of creation. We are return. It was a technology, a sort of spiritual technology that was existing on Atlantis. So here she holds the globe of creation. For all things can be created from within this globe and will be manifested. It is about understanding this power of creation through this globe of creation. And so we're going to come into a great deal more consciousness and empowerment. What goes around this situation is elevation. We are being elevated, for we're getting ready to shift into the fifth dimensional earth. For the plane is the earth is the base, the root base of ascension. And for there is the 3D earth, 4D earth that we're traversing now, but there is already the fifth dimensional earth, and the earth will not wait. She's already in the fifth dimension. We just got to learn to match our frequency with that fifth dimensional earth, which is not always easy because we have all those cellular memories to deal with, but it is really happening, and eventually we're going to be elevated. It will be beyond our conscious action or whatever. It is something that is natural. When we're ready, things happen. For if we're not ready, sometimes it is a good news, for it means that we have, because when we're ready for something, it happens. So if we don't have something we want, it's because we were not ready before. But understanding we're getting closer each and every day. What we see before us is the card number 69. It is unity. It is unity. Unity is the central essence of the ascension, the love, the one love that embraces all, that works through all, that is all. That the greater our unity, the greater our ascension will be. For in the past, in the subconscious, we have the depart, the living. We're living. We're moving. It's already been anchored. This departure has already been anchored in our field. We know that we're getting ready for this new cycle. We're going to be moving. We're going to be moving physically. We're going to be moving energetically. Everything is in the works. For now, the situation is rest. For we have really no choice. We are all confined, and so we have. For all those darker rules, these authoritarian rules, which are tyrannical, we want to move into a society that's more libertarian, where everybody defines his own freedom. As long as you don't hurt anybody, you should have a lot more freedom to decide on your own face. For those vaccination, the biochip, the spying of it all, the tracking of medical records, where it's like a medical, it should be this medical secret. It's like we are some government are treating their citizens like livestock, and they're like well, they want to chip them and put them in enclosement. So there is all kinds of darkness that is coming up. All the truths will be known, the dark and the light, and so we have to be ready for that. Some very dark things will be exposed to the consciousness of humanity, but very light possibilities will be before them once they have liberated this very dark situation. And what's coming in the near future, which is the same as in the French reading, so that means it is anchored for everybody, it is justice, it is divine justice, it is balance, it is equilibrium. For the universe is about, there's a great deal of divine intervention that is becoming possible. Father Mother God have authorized the company of heaven, the angelics, the galactic, to intervene in our own life and within the whole program on a much closer level. So be ready for anything. Be ready for, it can happen within your psyche. First it happens within the psyche. You have to familiarize yourself with those higher dimensions and learn to communicate, to get your own information, which prepares you for the step ahead. What we have same. Oh, it's amazing. I mixed the card and we have the same card, so it means like it's quite aligned today. The card that represents us in this situation is recomfort. We're finding ways to recomfort ourselves, to find this comfort and to be able to gather our strength, to gather our energy, to be prepared for the wonderful things that are before us. What goes to come from us from the outside world in our environment is the accomplishment. For there is an alignment, a collective alignment, where all things are, when the divine, everything happens within the divine timing. Men sometimes want things to happen when they want it, but sometimes it does not happen, because when God wants it, it happens. So so there is this accomplishment that is happening on the collective level, and that is also coming to us from the outside world. What comes to us from on the hopes and fears and the emotional level is learning process. We are really learning. We're being initiated to new level of mastery. We have to become ascended masters, and so we've been tested and tried, and there is all kinds of buttons that are being pushed in order to release all those doubts, all those fears, all those shadows, in order to bring us to the point where we'll be able to be fully who we are, to drop the mask. And for right now, we have this masquerade. Everybody's supposed to wear masks because of fear. And actually, this is really, I'm not going to comment on it, but it's just part of a great show that is going on. And the outcome will be optimism. At the end of May, we're going to return to a great deal more optimism that will be during this month, through a process of owning our creation to become more empowered, more creative. Well, I hope this resonated with you. And so all the truths will be known, and that's very. We have to be prepared for many things to come to the forefront, and to match this frequency of the fifth dimensional planet, to already be ready. For it may be lonely there. Sometimes I feel homesick. I feel, well, I want to go back home. It's like I've done my work here. It's like I want to return in my paradise home of my origin, where I know I have it all. But it's about being patient, to know that we're working for the collective whole, we're working for the planet, we're here in service. So eventually we won't even feel like this life is a sacrifice, we'll feel like this life is a joy, and so we just gotta continue to work on ourselves. And so also wanted to talk about a bit on a scientific level. I thought it would be very interesting to prove the 0 point, first through mathematical equation, but then through technology, because once we reach there, first we'll know the true origin of the universe, we'll know that death is an illusion, we'll know about God as a scientific truth, we'll be able to access unlimited and pure non-pollutive energy. All the galactic ships and society are fueled by this energy of 0 point. And so he would disprove this Big Bang, and he will re-establish humanity on something that is real in relationship to the true natural laws. For there is so much. For right now, they're just coming to discover that some other parts of the universe, the law of gravity does not function in the same way, and we're just babies in relationship to the knowledge of our universe. But there is so much that can be realized right now. For we are cultivating our own garden, and sometimes in cultivating our own garden, we see that there are bad weeds that are growing. So we keep cutting them. We don't want that. But there is still the roots, so they can keep on growing. So eventually, the whole process is that we can remove the roots, so we can have only beautiful flowers and trees, and we can be in our own garden, like Candide in Voltaire. He's been traveling around the world to return home at the end and realize the best place to be is to be home and cultivating his own garden. Well, I hope this makes sense to you. I wanted to come and wish you a good day. I hope this. I was going to sing a song which was a little depressing because it was reflecting my mood, but I'm not here for my mood has already changed. And I thought we don't need that. This is part of 200 paintings I did last year on paper. It's a girl in underwear. It's kind of funny. I really had a look at it because it was this very unusual painting, but I kind of like her. She's kind of funny. I like her. It's like in confinement. She's in confinement. And this painting here is about Edantia. Edantia is the center world of our constellation. It's the home of the Most High. And the constellation Father. Eventually, once we will be ascended, it will be the Most High that will directly rule the kingdom of man. We won't need. We will let the wisdom. They are the apex of administrative wisdom and celestial administrative wisdom. So we learn to let them direct the kingdom of man. It represents the 172nd dimension from. And so this planet is a huge planet called Edantia. It was the inspiration for this Garden of Eden that was chosen. And there are really a lot, like hundreds of planets, celestial planets that go around it. And here there is the 100 constellation, 100 systems of our constellation. And within each system, there is about our own system, there is 619 planets, but each system is designed to have 1,000, to be the administrative center for 1,000 planets. So our constellation would be, is the administrative center for 100,000 planets. So it's pretty big place, and there are 100 constellations within a local universe. But it's kind of nice. It looks like a snowflakes a little bit. We'll soon be able to frame them and present them and catalog them. So I'm going to sing this song. It's about a journey through the desert. It goes like this. On the first part of the journey, I was looking at whole of life. There were plants and birds and rocks and things. There was sand and hills and rings. I first met a fly with no buzz, and the sky with no clouds. The heat was hot and the ground was dry, but the air was full of sound. I've been through the desert on a horse with no name. It felt good to be out of the rain. In the desert you can't remember your name, 'cause there ain't no one for to give you no pain. La 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 la. After 2 days in the desert sun, my skin began to turn red. After 3 days in the desert fun, I was looking at the river bed. And the story it told of a river that flowed made me sad to think he was dead. You see, I've been through a desert on a horse with no name. It felt good to be out of the rain. In the desert you can't remember your name, 'cause there ain't no one for to give you no pain. La 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 la. After 9 days I let the horse run free, 'cause the desert had turned to sea. There were plants and birds and rocks and things. There was sand and hills and rings. The ocean is a desert with a life underground, and a perfect disguise all above. Under the cities lies a heart made of ground, but the human will give no love. I've been through a desert on a horse with no name. It felt good to be out of the rain. In the desert you can't remember your name, 'cause there ain't no one for to give you no pain. La 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 la. It's a nice song. I'm not sure we'll sing that, but it's a very classical song. It's about traversing this desert, and then we'll find the oasis. We're looking for this oasis. Sometimes we think the oasis is right there, and then there is this like a mirage, and we're like, I'm still thirsty. But the mirage should have been good enough. We gave you this mirage. It's like it drove you there. So it's like, but then we keep going, and then eventually we'll find the truth, the water of life that will be able to sustain us forever. For I'm sure there is greater meaning and purpose to all that is going on that we cannot perceive or see right now. For the highest wisdom is the partnership. It's becoming one with the forces of heaven, with our Creator, with God, to become one with this the mighty Creator that wants only the good of all, and that but is working throughout all egos and all the illusions. And but we have to learn to be to enter into this partnership with trust and to do our part in order for the universe to do its part. We have to understand the limitation, for there are a great deal of limitations that are still physically present. It is a challenge to disconnect from the physical for what is. For what is already is already past.
and to have enough faith to focus on what is wanted, what is to become. So so we have to somehow to accept those limitations also, but not to add some more by giving power to what is, for it is what we're interested is what will be. Although to be present where we are now, it is from this 0 point that matter and antimatter. We live in a magnetic universe, a dark matter universe, which is based on magnetism. On a single point of light, there is this pendulum that swings right and forth. And matter and antimatter emerge to become all this 12-dimensional matrix. This is something I'm going to try to see if I can explain mathematically, and then come up, God willing, or maybe we'll have to wait for the galactics to come and explain that to us later on. I'm not really sure how we will unfold. For Spirit already knows. They always tell me, I see that Spirit already knows what is about to come, but we have to develop. What we have to do is achievement. We have to achieve what we need to achieve to fulfill our life plan, to fulfill our destiny, to fulfill this alignment with our soul. And the outcome will be action. There's going to be a lot of action. There will be. For now, there's the action sometimes can be non-action. Sometimes it is about cultivating our spiritual energy and to be ready when the time comes to act, to do the proper action, the right action, as the Buddha says. It's like right action is very important, because we live in beingness is more important. We are being, so it's about being, connecting to the Father, the Absolute, the One that is never moving. It always has been, always will be, will never change. But in this universe, we have connected to the Supreme, and the Supreme is the God of action. In order to get something, we need to produce some energy forward, even if it's just psychic energy. But it's always about, so there is this God of action that is the Supreme, that we want to unify with and to be always aligned with the highest wisdom in order to obtain the highest result. Well, I hope this message was interesting for you. Wish you a wonderful day. I'll talk to you later. Namaste.